Happy full moon in Leo. It's Deanna Durrell here, your intuitive relationship coach. And in this video, I want to share a little bit about how this full moon in Leo can affect you, especially in the month of February. And I'm going to share my favorite forgiveness tool that I use with my private clients to help them release stuckage crap in their hearts so that you can live light, free, and joyful. Can you hear Frank Sinatra in the background? That's a very Leo kind of music. Anyways, okay, so Leo, we know full moons are about release. It's about completion, right? Leo rules the heart and the back. And what this means, just in a very kind of general way, is who has your back? Do you have your own back? And where are you letting past hurts, past disappointments block your heart and your ability to love fully and let your light shine? Today gives you an opportunity to set in and usher in a new era of how you're going to set the standards for relationships in your life, starting with how you talk to yourself. Are you being nice to yourself? Or are you being critical? Are you judging yourself? Are you judging other people? How can you shift that up? So one of the biggest ways that we can free ourselves of past debris is forgiveness. And forgiveness often gets mistaken as, having to wait, right, for another person or a circumstance to change for us to be able to complete and move on. But that doesn't always happen, and it doesn't mean that you have to hold yourself back because you're waiting on something that may never come. This could be with resolving an old relationship. Maybe your ex calls you and you don't know what to do, or there's some stuff that you thought you dealt with around your career that's coming up again during the full moon, and you're like, what do I do? Or maybe you're just not satisfied with what's happening in your life. It doesn't matter. This tool can help you, and it's from the ancient Hawaiian art of forgiveness, which is called Ho'oponopono. You may have heard of it before. It consists of 4 very simple lines. So I'm going to have you write those down, and then I'll explain them. The first is, please forgive me. The second is, I'm sorry. The third is, thank you. And the last one is, I love you. So what you can use this tool for is if there's somebody that you're mad at, or a situation that's unresolved in your heart, or there's just an old way of being or a belief that you're like, I'm done with this. I need to let it go. I actually did this morning. You can go outside, or if it's really cold where you are, you can just carve out a sacred space in your home. Close your eyes and picture that situation or that person in front of you. Energy moves, without somebody having to be literally there. So this works. The first line that you're going to say, you're going to put your hand over your heart and say, please forgive me. There's something about the word forgive that's very magnetic and powerful. And it's not about forgiving the action that person did to you. It's about really choosing to forgive yourself, right? For the attachment, the expectation that you had that wasn't met, the anger that you're holding on to, whatever it is. So that's why you're saying, please forgive me. The second sentence, I'm sorry, right? A lot of times things happen in our lives that, we charted in other lifetimes. So you may have met somebody, or you may have encountered a situation that really tested you. But it was to wrap up some karma from another lifetime, or to help you learn a lesson, right, that wasn't learned earlier. And so we say I'm sorry because on some level, right, it's about taking responsibility for yourself, your part in the experience, and knowing that we're all connected. It's not saying I'm sorry that, you're an asshole. You're saying I'm sorry for any part that I may have played in this pain between us. Then the third line, thank you, right? Thanking them for the lesson, thanking yourself for the opportunity to clear this negative energy and move on. Thank you. And then finally, the most powerful phrase, I think, universally, I love you. And it's about loving that connection with all things, loving the higher self of that person or the situation. Even if you're not sure what that higher self version looks like, it doesn't matter. It's the intention behind the words. Okay, so again, please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. And you can do this with anything that's bothering you right now, anything you need to release. You can do it with yourself in the mirror. That's very, very powerful. Forgiving yourself for the way that you've treated yourself in the past up to this point. And then finally, my last invitation for you on this Leo full moon is to have a ritual that represents your new life, the new way that you're going to be. In the place where I'm living right now, there's actually a beautiful archway in the backyard. And after I did my Ho'oponopono this morning, before I walked to the archway, which was symbolic, I said, let this new era usher in love and joy and peace and abundance and grace, whatever else you want. And then I walked through the door, or through the archway. But you may walk through another door in your home. You may light a candle and say that. It's really important after you do all that forgiveness work to bring it back to the present and what you want to put out there. All right, that's what I got for you. So here's your action tip for this video. Who do you need to do some Ho'oponopono on? Or what situation in your life are you ready to release for good? So you can really come into a space where you can shine your light and be that bright light that you know that you really are. That you can love at full capacity and receive love in return. Go ahead and post it in the comments. And if you're not part of my e-family, I would love to have you. Just pop in your email to the link below. And upcoming class for Valentine's Day, I'm doing a 4-week class on the romance angels and how to call love into your life. If you're interested in learning more, make sure you get on the main list so that you will be the first to know when enrollment opens. All right, thank you so much for watching, and happy Leo full moon. Cheers!